With the emotional journey that This Is Us took us on over its 6 season run, it's a head scratcher on which episode should be at the top of the list. Over 88 episodes, the Pearson family gave us tears, laughs, and everything in between and around. So keep watching as we venture through This Is Us 10 best episodes. Let's see if any of your favorites made it into the list. Number 10, Season 2, Episode 8, Number 1. As Kevin is on a downward spiral, he returns to his former high school to accept an award in light of his fame, which only causes Kevin to feel worse in his situation. During the flashbacks of the episode, we also see how a younger Kevin's ego is leading him down the wrong path, as he's rude to a college football recruiter, which puts him on a collision course with his father, and leads to his football career taking a poor turn. For a character that until this point was portrayed as the emotionally lightest of the Pearson clan, it's interesting to see him dragged down to a level where we watch how his addiction and his regrets regarding his relationship with his father have really cut him deep. The breakdown on the lawn makes your heart ache and reminds you of how good an actor Justin Hartley really is. Number 9, Season 1, Episode 1, Pilot, the episode that kicked everything off. Throughout this opening episode, we watch 4 storylines of people who share the same birthday unravel, letting us get to know each character in their own space, learning about their lives and how they're defined by their flaws, circumstances, and desires. The episode ultimately kicks off the to-be traditional twist endings of the show, revealing to us that Jack, Rebecca, Kevin, Kate, and Randall are more connected than we expected, and that you can never fully believe what time period you're watching. A perfect way to jump into a show of this caliber. You can't tell us you didn't get chills once you realize Jack is the parent of the 3 other characters. Number 8, Season 3, Episode 17, R plus B. As Randall and Beth are at a breaking point in their marriage, we're shown the extent of their relationship by heading all the way back to how they met and venturing through the major parts of their relationship. This pair have always been a fan-favorite couple, and so being able to see how they've navigated their first date, their engagement, and their marriage woes is really fun for us viewers. The episode doesn't exactly offer a hopeful ending, but getting more insight into the kinship of Randall and Beth was a real treat. All 4 actors for the couple are on top form and help to deliver a really good time-lapse of events. Number 7, Season 4, Episode 17, After the Fire. While speaking to his therapist, Randall imagines various scenarios in which his father survived the house fire that ultimately caused him to pass away. Not only do we get some fun alternate timelines with trajectories for each character, but we also get a deeper look into Randall as a character. We get to see Randall have a major psychological breakthrough relating to his tendencies and how his life has led him to be a certain way. The episode also has major repercussions on future storylines, such as his mother's illness and his love-hate relationship with his brother Kevin. This is definitely an episode that leaves fans divided on whether or not to root for Randall with what he does in the episode's final scenes. Sterling K. Brown gives a standout performance, but all other cast members also do well, alternating from their characters' usual behaviors. Number 6, Season 4, Episode 9, So Long, Marianne. It's a Thanksgiving episode for the Pearsons, so you can only expect some drama and plot twists. The family gathers at Randall and Beth's home, and not everyone is as thankful as you'd hope. Uncle Nicky is joining them, and he doesn't feel so comfortable having not been involved with them, well, ever, really. Rebecca is cold towards Randall after him voicing his doubts over her health, which, so we are to believe, leads us to following an unstable Rebecca head out on her own. Kate grows skeptical of Toby's health kick. Plus, Beth isn't all that happy about adopted daughter Deja's birth mother joining in on the festivities. It's a traditional Pearson Thanksgiving episode, with all the trimmings and some really warm moments that end up emerging. But we do get some snippets of trouble that'll be coming in the future, and a bit further in the future than we expect in one case. Again, showrunner Dan Fogelman delivers some killer twists for us to be in awe of. Mandy Moore begins to deliver Rebecca's dementia storyline with grace and respect, with Griffin Dunn giving us a fresh side to Uncle Nicky. Number 5, Season 5, Episode 6, Birth Mother. After the shock reveal in the season's opening 2-parter that Randall's mother did not die during his birth, we had to wait a few episodes before we got some real answers. Finally, here we get some extensive knowledge on the mother who brought the adopted Pearson into the world, and why she wasn't a part of his life. A tearjerker episode for sure. You aren't able to hold yourself together as you discover the heartbreaking truth behind this woman's separation from Randall, learn about her ultimate fate, and watch as Randall has a moment from beyond the grave with her. Not exactly an episode filled with light and happiness, but you will definitely feel moved in true This Is Us fashion. Don't tell us you didn't also shed a tear when Randall found out his mother always thought about him. Sterling K. Brown may not be at the absolute center of this story, but all the same, his performance cements him as one of the strongest performers out of the main cast for sure. Number 4, Season 6, Episode 15, Miguel. For the character that was always wrongly treated as the black sheep of the Pearson family, we finally get more insight into who this man really is. It only took 6 years, but we finally get to learn more about his past, his relationship with Rebecca, and where his love for each member of his family leads him. Very much a worthwhile episode that was years in the making and really does make you appreciate Miguel in a way you never expected you would. Jack may have been the creator of this branch in the family tree, but Miguel is the glue who held it together. You'll never go back and rewatch this character on the show in the same way after this one. John Huertas gets some well-deserved time in the spotlight, and he carries the story of the episode very well. Number 3, Season 4, Episode 1, Strangers. In the opening of the 4th season, we meet 3 completely new faces who, for the most part, spend the episode unlinked to the Pearsons. An unnamed musician who's blind and falls in love with a waitress. A teenager struggling with the responsibilities of being a young father. A war veteran struggling to acclimate to civilian life after the horrors she's faced. We watch as they navigate their lives and overcome trials and hardship, with each one eventually finding their way into the main story of This Is Us, but in the most unexpected of ways. The episode acts as a grand example of how showrunner Dan Fogelman can have you thinking you know exactly where everything is going, only for it to take a random turn and leave you outwitted, but so satisfied. Number 2, Season 6, Episode 17, The Train. After jumping further into the future and landing on the eve of Rebecca's passing, this overall penultimate episode of This Is Us honors the legacy that was laid out. By taking a trip in Rebecca's head as she visualizes going to the other side as traveling through a moving train, we get to see some of our favorite characters from the previous 6 seasons. Plus, get to see how it merges with each member of the Pearson family bidding their farewells to the woman who carried the family through thick and thin over the years. It's a really sweet episode that almost acts as the finale in a way. Those last moments of the episode will still give you chills every time you watch as Rebecca makes that bittersweet final transition. Number 1, Season 2, Episode 14, Super Bowl Sunday. Yes, in the top spot, it's the episode that still leaves a scar on everyone's heart all these years later. Over time, we learn that family patriarch Jack Pearson's death is somehow linked to a house fire, and here we finally get that event taking place from the get-go. But as This Is Us, it isn't as straightforward as you think. Just as the episode has you wondering what's going on and thinking that somehow Jack is actually going to be okay, fate rears its ugly head, and the death of Jack slowly and heartbreakingly unfolds, making for arguably one of the saddest moments in TV history. At this point, we'd known Jack's death would play out at some point, but nothing could prepare you for how gut-wrenching the moment would be. Some great acting from Milo Ventimiglia, but just another level of performing from Mandy Moore. As mentioned earlier, with This Is Us, you get tears, laughs, and everything in between. These episodes definitely show that. Did your favorites make it into the top 10 list? Let us know your favorite episodes and moments from the show in the comment section below. Also, these may be the top 10 episodes, but our top character will always be Toby. Surely you can't disagree with that.